Well, the last episode of Mystery Scenes Month, we took a look at a mysterious goon from the Three Stooges. We also took a look at probably one of the biggest mysteries of all time here. Well, pretty much one of the mysteries of the Monster Squad on how they actually managed to come to present day 1987. Now we're going to be looking at another horror classic here, but it's a TV show pretty much, and it's more cultural than it was horror, and that was The Walking Dead. Walking Dead has become one of the most culturally, probably one of the number one best TV series ever. And I'm not going to go into any details about it because I will save that probably for when I talk about it on a nearby Horror Vision. Probably this year, probably next year, we will not know yet. But I do know one thing about The Walking Dead that is a little bit of a mystery, is how did Rick survive his coma in The Walking Dead? As far as we know, well, let me get down the nitty-gritty with the typical me talking with the clips. So let's do that. So Rick Grimes is pretty much got shot by pretty much, well, what do you guess? Crooks of all things. And basically is in the hospital in a coma, pretty much. Now, it's mostly down to production design on most of the key little scenes that you see when Rick is inside the hospital, basically before and after the pandemic happened. But we always want to figure how long, like, not how long, because many people say that, but it's just how. How did he survive it? Now, Rick himself, literally with that one IV bag, pretty much every single part of himself, pretty much, like, those things wouldn't even last a month or so, maybe more than that. So pretty much it goes down to one episode. Now, it's a webisode, to say the least, on how Rick survived the entire ordeal. And it mostly goes down to this one nurse in this webisode. Now, I don't know the term, I don't know the webisode, and pretty much I don't know if I'm able to get it right now, but pretty much there was a nurse who basically killed most of her patients with a supplement of morphine, pretty similar to Dr. Harold Shipman, but we will never talk about that guy. And she basically threw them into the cafeteria, basically, and they just turned into walkers, and they were stuck in the cafeteria. Mostly anyone who's died, or pretty much wants to die, you know, gets transported in there and into that cafeteria. And if you look at the webisode, like, I've pretty much, like, heard scenes of it, you know, what happened in there, but I hadn't looked much at the full episode yet. But I know that this nurse did kill her victims. But why didn't she kill Rick? That's a good question too. It mostly goes down to the fact that Rick was in a coma, and pretty much Rick, I guess she, you know, checked him, put maybe his IV in, you know, like, you know, make sure his like IV bag is full, and maybe it helped him, like, you know, snooze a little, managed to keep him up. I mean, she couldn't check the heartbeat. The electronics were down pretty much, and the only thing that was running were the lights. So pretty much gas lines. It could have been nuclear maybe, by the way that the hospital was running. But hands down, Rick definitely had help with some nurse. And it was a pretty big thing about The Walking Dead, is just how did he survive it? And it was pretty much the nurse, pretty much. But Walking Dead, in my opinion, is one of those big things that have so many different mysteries in there. There are so many mysteries I can put out there, but I can't really for the beg of life of me. But I'll tell you one thing, that was one of the big mysteries I wanted to know. So yeah, Rick is pretty much, well, okay. He, you know, I mean, sure, the new movie, yeah, he's going to be fine. But, like, I mean, season 1, he was basically taking care of this nurse. So I basically think that the nurse is not completely I think she's gone insane, but not totally into the fact that she would kill off the main people. It's almost like she said it herself. I think I heard like in one clip. I found a clip. I begged to the life of me I couldn't find any full episodes online. But if it's on YouTube, you guys can let me know in the comments. But she did say that it's her patient's choice if they want to live or die. And pretty much, she can make those decisions for them to live or die. She can ask them, but she doesn't do them unless she is told to. So that's probably why Rick was still in a coma. She wanted Rick to wake up and maybe ask him, does he want to be here or not? And that's kind of like what happened at the very end. So pretty much that explains a little bit is that one nurse. Now, this is not a perfect one because I hadn't really looked much. I swear if this episode is on YouTube, I am going to be pissed off at myself because this was probably one of the biggest mysteries I wanted to know is how did Rick survive this? And probably now we know is this one nurse. Now, again, due to, production and direction, it wasn't, put up properly with key things before the webisodes came out. And I'm saying webisodes because they are episodes on the web. So just some of you youngsters know. But yeah, Rick survived pretty much the hospital due to this one nurse who just stayed here. Yeah, that's the end of Mystery Scenes Month, and I have so many mysteries, But yeah, let's leave it at that, and let's actually ask the question in, how the hell does a franchise die so quickly? Next Wednesday, we're going to be taking a look at Vanguard Zombies, Activision, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Raven Software, Infinity Ward, and I want them to take a very good listen to me. Although there are a couple of people who definitely talk in a nice, calm way, I'm going to be so harsh on one of them that it's literally going to burn them hard and literally give them a dash of fucking reality. So, I hope to see you all there, and I hope that this clears up all the mysteries that you are wondering. Okay? So, I'll see you Wednesday, February. February what? February what is the question? I'm actually that autistic, I have to look at my calendar. February 2nd. So, I'll see you there, and yeah, have a good night.